guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 27 of Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. And last episode was a good one. I did not realize that it was technically like a season finale. I thought I had 2 more episodes to go. That was not the case. Nope, not at all. And you know what? Thinking back on it, epic. Perfect season finale. Ed busting back through that door after seeing Al's body and promising Al, I'm coming back for you. I don't think that there's one thing that can stand in Ed's way. I think he's so determined, he's so headstrong, and his love for his brother, I don't think there's anything that will ever stop him. I mean, you know, there's definitely gonna be things that are in his way, but like obstacles, he'll climb over them. He'll alchemy the hell out of them. He'll work his way around. He has found a workaround in every single thing that he has done. And he is one determined kid. And I love that. The way that, like, you know, he realized how to use the Philosopher's Stone and to open up a portal and to be able to get through, to go through the truth. And the truth actually saying to him, well, you're not even here for your body. You know, it was just kind of like, oh, I have it here, but like, well, there you go. You know, and like, that's not what was important to Ed in that moment. It was getting out of gluttony. It's getting through the portal and returning to the real world. And I don't know how I have gone from not watching any anime my entire life to probably watching something that I find so incredibly amazing. I don't know if I would be let down by any other anime. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about anime based on just this, because if it were all like this, spoiled absolutely the best storytelling in the world, because it is so good. The things they're able to portray to make me feel the excitement, the laughter, the heartbreak, just everything that Ed and Al, like everything, everybody that's around them, but everything that's part of them is just amazing. And, you know, like I have like sometimes where I'm just like, oh, like I'm starting to like Roy again. And, you know, but I love Al and he's so innocent and dear. And, you know, Winry is just Winry, you know, like I don't want to be like, she's perfect, but there's nothing for me to get upset about when it comes to her. Right. And it's the same thing with like Hawkeye, you know, like they're great characters and they climb up and down, up and down, up and down this list. And from episode 1, Ed has been the person that I've been like, I see a lot of myself in that kid, you know, like he's stubborn and he's headstrong and he's kind of a pain in the ass, and he's incredibly sarcastic. And I love those things about him. Also short, and I don't like drinking milk. What can I say? But I would say that like every single episode, like, and a lot of people have been like, this is the roller coaster up. This is where it shoots into the stratosphere. And I feel like since episode 1, it has been that way. It has been just an upward trajectory. Every episode one ups the next one way or another. And there's even like filler episodes, but they give you great filler. It's character building. And by filler, it's just like it's like the settling episode where it's just like, hey, we're not gonna like, you know, do something like an amazing fight sequence or, you know, reveal like this, you know, horrible truth about something. You know, we're gonna put the boys on an island and we're gonna watch their characters grow. Like, it's fantastic. It's just such a fantastic show. I'm raving about it because of how much I love it. But I don't know where this next one necessarily starts. A lot of people said that this one's a recap episode, which is completely fine because I feel like recap episodes, they want you to know certain things. So they're going to bring up certain things. So they're going to be like, you should remember this detail. And I'll be like, I'm going to remember that detail. But so I'm actually looking forward to it. I will say that the last episode with, you know, Bradley, learning how Bradley became Wrath and how there's only the one soul that's in him, the one angry soul. And that's why it's so quiet. Like shouldn't it be easier to kill him then? I'm just saying, like we saw how hard it was to kill Lust, and we see how potentially hard it will be to kill Envy with all the souls that are in there regenerating the Philosopher's Stone and even Gluttony for that matter. Like we've seen him blown to bits I don't know how many times and just snaps right back. So I don't know. I feel like Bradley should be harder to kill. Also, something that he said when he was talking to Roy is about when Roy was fighting Lust, and he had mentioned Lust still had her pride intact. I don't think that was an accidental line by any means. To me, that was just kind of like a little brain tickler where I was just like, is pride in everybody? Is there a bit of pride in everybody? Is there like the soul of the person? Are the homunculus Horcruxes for father? Or something else? I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like that was a clue to something. So definitely had my brain tickled in the last one a lot, you know, between Ed and Al wanting to come to father, you know, being in the underworld, the sewers, but where all of the chimeras are protecting, and like, you know, like even May was just like, there's something bad here. This is getting worse. Like the further down we go, the worse she feels. And, you know, of course, Scar, he can't pick up on that, but she's very, very in tune, right? Like she knows the flow of energy and the power of chi, and she very much knows that like this is an evil energy, and like she can feel it. And I think Scar would definitely protect her. I think that, like, I'm not saying that she's safe because she's with Scar, but I feel like Scar will protect her, especially after she saved his life and healed him twice. So, you know, we're going down this tunnel, and Al is following Gluttony, and Gluttony's like, yay, I'm going home. And I'm just like, he's just the cutest little thing in the world. I hate it. So I think we're going to get like an amazing revelation whenever Al walks through the door, because I don't think Ed had mentioned that he had talked to Hohenheim and that he had spoken to him and saw their father. I don't think that was something that was mentioned to Al. And unfortunately, I hate that, because Hohenheim could bring it up, and then Al's like, oh, brother didn't even tell me, you know, and because we know how Al gets, you know, where he doubts things because he's in this body, and even though he's starting to get like stronger in it, he still has like these doubts of like, was it real or was it a dream, or why doesn't he want to tell me? Does he not think I can handle it? Things like that. So I don't know if there's going to be a crisis of faith in Al, but I do know that the show is called Brotherhood, so I'm betting that bond is much stronger than the moment that Al has a little bit of doubt. And then let's see, we've got to figure out what happens when you leave the portal. Do you just upchuck out of Gluttony, or are you somewhere else completely? Because like they're leaving Gluttony, but not through the same portal. And then like, where does the portal of truth spit you out? Wherever it damn well feels like? Is it going to be a journey to get back to Central? I don't know. I like that Ling is here. I don't like that Envy is there. And then of course, Roy and the whole Hawkeye being the assistant to Bradley. I think Roy has to go along with everything in order to protect everybody, but like definitely Bradley's got to know that like Roy is not going to fall in line. That's just not what he's going to do. But he is going to try to get as much information as possible, I think, because I don't think he thought that it was this big and that it went that far and for that long. Because I mean, obviously it's been since the inception of Amestris, so it's been happening for a long time. So I'm interested to get into these next couple episodes and just kind of see where we start. So guys, let's get into it. Oh, bonfire. What are you celebrating? Hohenheim. Watch out, guys. He wants your soul.
Drink up.
Pinaco?
It's unhealthy to drink alone.
That's Pinaco? Oh yeah, a new song. Ooh. Different direction. I don't hate it. Who was that? Kind of looked like Ling, but it wasn't Ling. Who is that? Oh my gosh, we're gonna get introduced to so many new people. Who are you? You're stunning. Okay, I like the new beginning just because it's so mind-blowing. I can't believe that's Pinaco.
It's nice to relax like this for a change.
So he just doesn't age.
The human race is made up of violent, miserable fools.
Great. Oh, wow. Interesting animation there. I hate the blue eyes like that.
The government's gonna have a hard time keeping control at this rate.
Sounds like you guys have got your hands full, all right.
Uh-huh.
Things began to move more toward the militaristic when the current Fuhrer, King Bradley, first came into power.
I like how they make that look like a Nazi film. And very nice to hear Hughes' voice again.
Hey, dance with me.
Well,
Aw.
aren't you the ladies' man, Hohenheim?
I don't dance. I'll just
Why
sit
not?
here and watch you.
But that's no fun. Come dance with me.
Yeah, go dance with her. Shake a leg.
Weren't your two boys around her age when they started planning to bring back their mom?
Whoa. Wait, I'm so confused right now.
Why didn't you say anything to them?
Is this like a dream that he's
Because it
having?
would have been pointless to do so. They'd still be damned.
That's a little
What does
harsh.
that mean? Yeah, that's so
Their
harsh.
sin is still a sin.
I mean, if you had been a good father, maybe they wouldn't have needed to do that. Let's just say that.
Give him back! He's my brother! Take my leg! Take my arm! Take my heart! Anything! You can have it!
Aww.
Just give him back! He's my little brother! He's all I have left!
God, I love Ed. I don't understand this, the time on this.
This is the devil's research. It should have been destroyed. Dr. Marco was right. It's evil. The main
But if
ingredient
one's
for a
already
philosopher's
made...
stone is the life of a human being.
This is very interesting.
It's remarkable how weak they are. They've an innate fear of the dark. And how do they handle this fear? They simply pretend that it doesn't exist.
Are there
They
two?
run away from it. How about we take advantage of their weakness? They certainly do make a good natural resource.
Is this a split personality, or are there two?
I bet this is what they use to transmute a philosopher's stone.
All right, then, let's see what you got.
Ah, yes. The fifth laboratory. How is Father and Hohenheim two separate things? I'm still stuck on that. Like, I know that this is important. I should be very much focusing on it, but... What? So, brothers, twins, split personality, conscious talking to him in the form of another Hohenheim.
So you're not gonna tell me you're really three brothers, are you?
No.
Wait, are there two souls in one Hohenheim?
I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you who made the Philosopher's Stone and ordered us to guard this place.
We were so close.
You could have messed up the entire plan! What would we have done then? Huh?
Tell me who you people are. What plan are you talking about?
Yeah, what is the plan?
You know what? I've been sitting here a while, trying to decide what you mean by sacrifice.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why I'm here.
He said a transmutation circle, right?
I'm fairly certain that what you're doing right now is using this land and its people to form a giant transmutation
Are they trying to
circle.
make like that big stone thing?
Why have you kept quiet about it? Tell me, damn it!
Yeah,
Even
tell
if
me
I'd
too.
spoken up, warned them, it wouldn't have changed anything.
What do you mean it wouldn't have changed anything? If you would have been a father, they wouldn't have tried to do it.
They either run away or they roll over. They're so fragile.
What just
How
happened?
can they not break?
Did he create all these people or something?
I'm gonna show you two boys something neat before we die. Consider it a party!
That's so messed up.
Then it's time to eat you.
I don't know why Gluttony's so cute. Except for right there. But that's what I'm saying, like how many times they like can hurt the other.
Your weakness with my ultimate eye!
Like like, so would it be easy to kill Bradley to destroy his Philosopher's Stone? You just have to... I don't know. Because there'd only be one soul to help repower it, right?
It's no use. They're all so busy with their trivial lives. They don't even see the real danger.
What happened to all the people?
So what could they do? They can't defend themselves.
This isn't real,
Not
then.
against the likes of the homunculi.
But that won't make us give up.
Ooh, that's a great shot.
Thanks for toying with me.
What?
You gave me just enough time to cool off and start thinking clearly.
How long you want to drag this out, kid?
I miss Greed.
To regret the form I have now would mean not only rejecting alchemy, but also turning my back on him. I believe in my brother, and I believe in alchemy. I will not
Brotherhood.
lose faith. I want to believe.
He's a state alchemist!
Oh, that's who that was! In the beginning, when I was like, who's this guy with the long hair and the hat? It was Kimberly.
Damn! I can't stop the bleeding! Someone!
Giving up his arm to save his brother? Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
What's wrong?
My arm, my lord.
Yo, what kind of badass is Lanfan? Cut off her own arm.
Lanfan? What are you planning? No! Don't do it!
That was
Badass.
well played, girl.
Very well played. Badass. Absolute badass.
You're really getting worked up over this, aren't you?
Yeah, same
Don't
girl.
kid yourself into thinking you can help any of them. You act like you have a conscience.
This is
but
so
you're
weird.
just being sentimental. Isn't that right, Hohenheim?
Oh,
You think
this
you
is...
can change things? You honestly believe one act of caring will make you human? How could it? Look at your own face. Humans are nothing but a resource. And if we don't use them, they'll spread like weeds. You can't change reality, only your perception. They will always be weak and frightened creatures.
Some people said I'd start to see Hohenheim differently. I'm seeing Hohenheim differently.
We may be weak, but we just have to be. If not, then we wouldn't have any reason to grow, to get strong. I know that it may seem futile to you, but it's not. Because we are getting stronger with every step we take.
Wow, Trisha.
I'm sick of watching people die, and I can't just sit back and take it anymore. I won't let anyone else get killed, not when I can protect them.
I won't run away from this.
Ah!
We'll knock that truth jerk on his butt.
Busting back through was amazing.
Alphonse, now come back. Just you wait.
If you're still not convinced that we can change, then think about us.
Trisha was his tether
All of
to
the days we
humanity.
spent with our family in Risenbull.
Hohenheim going through it. Where's Ed? Panako and her pipe, wow. Oh boy. Were you drunk? Having a little dream? What was the Father Hohenheim thing?
I was dreaming.
Yeah, apparently. It seems like more of a nightmare. Anything you want to add?
Thanks for all the help.
Ooh, a new song. I got Let It All Out there at the end. I thought that was it. Huh. Lanfan? We're really focusing on Winry. I mean, she looks like she is thriving, so that's great. Okay. Oh, don't you dare. Okay. I like it just how it says narrator. If you find yourself overwhelmed, they know what they're doing. Okay, I get why people were like, it's kind of a recap episode. I had somebody said, oh, the next episode's just going to be Hohenheim's dream. I would have been like, what? And still the whole thing, I'm like, wait, what? So, like, obviously Father is a personality of his that's deep down inside of there. I don't know if he's got something going on or not, but like the dream of like Pinako when she was like younger and then talking about the things that the boys did, which I was like, wait a second, how did she age so fast? That's kind of how I knew. I was like, okay, this is either like a dream or like, you know, somebody going a little Looney Tunes. I'm not quite sure. But what an interesting way to do that is to like show like kind of like this, like Hohenheim was so defeated and just like, it wouldn't have mattered what I did, and people never change, and blah, blah, blah. And like having Trisha be the one that, you know, like you have Pinako being fierce and really sticking up for humans and like, we're going to fight. But then like Trisha's saying like, what makes us great is that we die. That like life is precious and we fight for it because there's a reason to fight for it. And, you know, you see all these instances of like the boys not wanting to give up and like certain characters not wanting to give up, like Roy. And it was just really, really beautiful. And I'm just like the part where it's really, and I don't know if I'm just looking into it or if I'm looking at it like that I should like really see like the brotherhood between Al and Ed because of the two brothers in the suit of armor for 48, I think was the number. And, you know, I was just like, but like that could also be Hohenheim. Like, what if he has two souls trapped in him? Like, what if that's the case? What if Father and Hohenheim, like, what if Father is like the, what would it be? I've never watched it personally, but the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think Mr. Hyde's the not crazy one and Dr. Jekyll with the crazy name is the crazy one. So it's like Father and Hohenheim, but like they're kind of one and the same. I don't know. I don't think I got an answer about like pride being inside of you or being inside of all the homunculi. And that's why like Bradley could hear Pride talking to him. That wouldn't be the case because there's only one soul. Well, maybe the one person that survived to make the Philosopher's Stone was Pride. The one soul that remained inside of Bradley that fought off all the other souls is Pride. I don't know if that's right. That's what's great about this is like, it's really good storytelling. And like all the puzzle pieces are there. It's just kind of like figuring out where exactly they go. Like they all have like the nice like rounded pieces where you're like, it just doesn't fit. Oh, that one just doesn't fit. You know, them talking about the map and how Amestris is in the middle. And then you have Ishval and all the other nations. And then it starts to like look like that symbol that they were using to create the Philosopher's Stone that was in the 5th laboratory and that was in Xerxes. So like they could be creating a transmutation circle out of the entire continent. That would be nuts. But if you've had, let's say 400 or 500 years to like get this going because the homunculus have been around and have been in charge for that long, which means that Father, which means either Hohenheim has to be a homunculus. I don't know if that's true because he'd have to have a soul in him. So maybe Father created Hohenheim and Hohenheim is Pride, but Father... I'm trying so hard to put this together. I know I should move on and I should just watch the next episode because like it's a picture of Al with Xiaomei and Gluttony and Father looking down with all like the gears and stuff. And it just says narrator. If you find yourself overwhelmed, yes, which I know after this next episode, there is a after credit scene. So I will remember to watch that. Don't you worry. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I just got a little overwhelmed myself. What? How did you like this episode? Because it seems from completely out of left field. Definitely a recap episode. I've seen worse recap episodes. Legend of Korra. And then amazing recap episodes. Avatar: The Last Airbender. And, you know, this one was kind of like in the middle where I was like, what is going on? This is weird. But I think it's like a mid-series. Is it mid-series yet? I think we still have like 5 or 6 more episodes before we're like mid-series. But like, it's kind of like, hey, this is important. Remember it. When told to remember it, I will remember it. If you watch X-Men 97, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, so I actually like it. But it is now, like, it's so funny that there's gears on the backside of the wall where Father is standing, because all the gears are turning in my head, and I'm just like try to piece it together. Okay, you can do this. Were you guys the same way? Were you like, I know I can figure this out? Unless you haven't seen or read the manga, then I totally get that, like, you were like, no, I knew exactly where it was going. But like, if you were just watching along with the show and you didn't know any of that, like, were you just like, okay? I was like, okay, listen, Hohenheim could be a homunculus, and he could be Pride, and the soul of Father could be inside of him, which means then the soul of Father could be in all of the other homunculi. No, because that soul would be in Bradley. I'm trying to talk myself out of shit now, and I'm trying to figure it out. You know what? Let's just keep watching. Come back here for the next episode. What an abrupt end. And the next time, guys, hopefully I figure it out. See you then. Bye.